Well, my picture is right there, so I can't even see it when you do that.
Oh, okay, good. So,
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe.
okay. Let's hope it's not just you and me. Otherwise, we might not get as
Right.
much done.
Oh, goodness. Well, I have a lot of the Dorito like triangle print.
Did you?
I got a lot of those.
Yeah. Lucky.
I'm so lucky. I know. I might keep one because it kind of reminds me of like an elementary school teacher.
Totally.
So there we go. That's who I need to market it to.
That's right.
But
I wish I still, back in the old days when I had everybody's phone number in my, well, when there were like 10 people and I could text everybody all at once. I wish
right?
I
Like
could
if you
still
could,
do that. I can't though. Um, I'll just get on our group and just remind people
one last time.
one last time. Otherwise, I will do a quick. We are broadcasting. Oh, we have a viewer. We have a viewer, Kayla.
Woo!
I mean, I know everybody is just,
Dying to see this. Like, come on.
yeah. Get on the webinar. Okay. So it is 101, and Kayla and I are both really prompt people.
I'm like anti-prompt, like unprompt.
I'm like, it's 101. I'm on time.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're going to get started. I asked Kayla to do this webinar on Facebook Live and Periscope sales because Kayla onboarded in February and got her initial inventory in March and qualified for the cruise, meaning $12,000 or more in sales in April, May, and June. And she will tell you that she got there by doing Facebook Live and Periscope sales. So I thought she would be the perfect person to give us a little rundown on what her process is, what she does that makes it work, and some of her tips and tricks and some of her don'ts, maybe. And we're just going to give Kayla the floor. I'm going to mute myself. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to type them. There should be a question bar on the right-hand side. And then when we're done, we'll post this in our Facebook group, and we'll give you guys an opportunity to ask questions there too if you can't catch it live. Okay, floor
Awesome.
is yours, Kayla.
Okay. And I don't see comments, right? You got the comments, right?
I think you should have. I think comments should pop up for you too. Do you not have
Okay.
a
Okay.
chat bar on the right-hand side?
I don't know. You're really big. I'm afraid.
I'll be
I just see
quiet.
your face.
If
I
something
just
comes
see
up,
you.
I will tell you.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So I did like make some notes just in case I forget what to say. Um, so I started in February. Erin just said that, and I got my inventory the first week of March. I just see your face, Erin. So I'm just like, okay. So I was really excited. I'll give you some background information into how I started LuLaRoe and like why. I only followed Erin. That's it. I didn't really know a whole lot about LuLaRoe. I just bought stuff from Erin. And so when I saw all the good stuff that she was putting out there, and I saw her sales looked huge, and the women there were so nice to each other. I really wanted to be a part of that. We didn't necessarily need the income, or I didn't know that we did. Um, so it was just like this thing I was going to try. I was going to try it. And so it just happened that our other business had really decreased in sales, and LuLaRoe has really kept us afloat the last couple months. So it's just like God's timing was perfect and all this. But um, so while I was waiting to onboard, I had heard about Periscope, and I was like, what is this Periscope? What are these sales? So I downloaded the app so I could shop LuLaRoe. And while I was waiting, in that 4 weeks that I was waiting, I bought so much stuff. So much stuff. So I started this Periscope account. My name was LuLaRoe Kayla K. So while shopping, people were seeing that I was either potentially going to sell LuLaRoe or I already did. So I was getting followers just by shopping on Periscope. And I was interacting, but I wasn't, it was genuine. You know, I wasn't trying to be like, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. Follow me. You know, I was shopping. I like LuLaRoe, so I shop from other people too. So people saw it. There was a genuine interest, and people would follow me. And then about maybe the week that I was going to onboard, I started making Periscopes just like, hey, these are my dates. I'm waiting to get my call. And so other women who were in the queue would talk to me. And so I built friendships that way. It ended up being not sales because I didn't have inventory, but like I was having a phone conversation, like a one-sided FaceTime, kind of like what I'm doing. I would just talk to my face, but people would comment and interact with me. So it was really fun. And I made friends. And so that's how it started. That's how you build a following. You create an account, have LuLaRoe in your name, and just follow people and watch how they do it. So I watched sales. So to do the sales, it's super interactive. I love Periscope because it's so interactive. You can see comments. Like right now, I cannot see any comments, and it's weird to me because I'm just talking to myself. So you hold up an item, and when I started, this is all I did. I held up an item, and someone would say sold. And then I'm like, okay, sold to Erin. That's what I see. And then Erin would go to my Google Doc, which is in my Periscope profile. I just talked to one of the girls in the queue, or she's onboarded now. So anyways, what you do is you go to bit.ly and you get a shortened link for your Google Doc. And that way you can put it in your Periscope profile, and it's not like a million characters. It's like 20. So you put your Google Doc link in your Periscope profile, and you put your Facebook group link in there. So people can follow you in both places and fill out to check out. So you hold up an item, and you can also hold up a number. Let me see, I have one right here. You hold up a number. So you can do it several ways. So it's totally flexible. You can hold up an item, and someone will say sold green leggings, or just sold. And so you have to look and see who the person is. So I've evolved and changed my process over time. So when I hold up an item, I often hold up a number with it now too. I don't know what the 158. And so someone will say sold Kayla 158. And so I can easily see that because the handles on Periscope are tiny. So that will help you see the name too. I learned that with the Americana stuff for sure, because the things were just like flying up the screen. It was impossible to read. So I have them say their name, sold, and then an identifying number makes it easy, because if I were to follow this up without the number and just here's TC leggings, they're green heathered, and then I move on to the next one and someone says sold. I'm like, okay, wait, which did you want? And they're like, the green ones. Well, that's not helpful. That's not helpful to either of us or quick. So we hold up a number now. So I'll say sold number 2, and this was 158. And so when they say the number, it's obvious which one they want. And so after they've said sold, a lot of times I have my mailers or a mailer next to me and a pen, and I'll write their name on it. So I'm immediately packaging their order. And so that helps me with invoicing also. So that's the Periscope process. Okay, so you're gonna have creepers. You're gonna have creepers on Periscope. It's a public broadcast. You can use hashtags, which will put it on Twitter, which will also direct people to you that maybe wouldn't have found you before. But it brings creeps, people who say inappropriate things or just are not there to buy and just being rude. I don't know. So you can click on them. You just click on the comment, the nasty comment, and you can block them right there immediately, and then they'll leave they can't come back in. So that's the con of Periscope. I've got like a pro and con list that I can go over. So you're going to block the yucky people. The organization that you're going to use is going to be the numbers, the bags, like a mailer, or you can just use clear bags and pop a number in there, a name, whatever. Post-its if you want to. You're going to figure out what system works for you, how organized you are. This is you have the flexibility to make your Periscope like you. You don't have to try and be as organized and have these pretty cards as everyone else. You can use Post-it notes, you can use stickers, make it fit you. I vary on my organization. I mean, from Periscope to Periscope. So you tell people what to do, because you're gonna have new people anyway. So you just tell them how to shop with you every time. You can tell them to invite their followers, because there's an option to share. They'll click on it and share it with their people. So that's a way to grow too. You can do incentives. Like this is your pop-up in your house. So you can give things away for every 10 items sold. You can give away a free pair of leggings. You can surprise them and put them in random things, or you can draw numbers or names or however intense you want your giveaway to be, but you can be generous. Let's see. So you can do, okay. And people like goals. That's what I was going to say. So set a number for yourself so you don't spend 20 hours on Periscope that day. Set a number like, I want to sell 20 items today. You can say it to your peeps or you cannot, you can keep it to yourself, but you set a goal. 30 items is average, like 20 to 30 items is great. Erin was saying that I cruise qualified in, what was it, April, May, and this month I'm already qualified. And it's Periscope sales. Like at the end of April, I was close. I was close to cruise qualifying, and I had a flop of a in-home party. Like I set up like an in-home party and 0 people came. Like I'm sitting in my house, I have all my inventory out and no one's there. And I did not want to end the month on that. It was the last day of the month. And I was at $8,000 and I was like, I'm going to start Periscoping. It's 4:00 p.m. and I'm going to start Periscoping. And so my husband, we had plans and I was just like, I'm going to Periscope. And so I got on there and I spent 8 hours on Periscope and my goal was to sell 100 items. And I sold 100 items, but it was because like everyone's help, like Lula Rogue. What sold me on going to convention was how much help I got from other consultants. Like they shared my broadcast. I had people in my following me that I'd never met before. So, anyways, I sold 100 items and people paid their invoices. It was amazing. So I set a goal and people wanted to help me reach my goal. And even when I'm doing like, okay, once I get to 30 items tonight, I'm going to give away 3 pairs of leggings. You say those things and people are like, oh, I want those free leggings. And so people like to hear your goals. So you can set those. So I think that sums up Periscope. Let me look. Organization. Yep. Okay. So be yourself. There's no pressure for you to mimic. Like you can mimic and have the idea that that person's successful. I want to do that. But you do not have to hold yourself to their standard or like imitate their personality. Like be yourself and people will like you or they won't, and it's okay. I think I heard that on someone else's like training, just be yourself. And it's the same as your Facebook like personality when you're posting things. So on Facebook Live, the setup is very similar, but there are some things that are different. There's a lag, like big lag, like 10, 20 seconds. It's big. So whereas on Periscope, you could not give numbers for every item. You could hold an item up and someone will say sold and you'll know right away. On Facebook, I think numbers are pretty critical. If you have a lot of people watching, if it's slow or if it's some items that don't move as quickly, like you can, like the Monroes, you're only going to have so many Monroes and they're only going to be, they're going to be quite different. So if it's, but like leggings are hard to differentiate. And so green leggings isn't going to tell you which green. So anyways, so you're going to want numbers on Facebook Live to identify. And since the numbers show up or the comments show up in chronological order, people can shop it later. So if there's a number, it makes it easy to shop. So I would say for pros and cons, like Periscope to Facebook, Periscope is very interactive because there's no lag and you can like talk to people and go on forever. And there's hearts. I like the hearts. When you tap the screen, you get hearts. So you get feedback. You get to know that someone's watching. It's not frozen and they like what you're showing, so it's just fun. It's encouraging. On Facebook, when someone gives a like or a love or something, it shows up, but it goes away. You can only do that so many times and then that's it. Facebook is good because the comments are easy to go back through. They're in chronological order. So if there's a discrepancy on who got what first, you can look back later and see this person got it first. You can also follow up better on Facebook sales because they're in your group. So you can be like, hey, did you still want this? Hey, I sent you your invoice. Hey, I'm putting it back. You don't have to say that, but you can get in touch with your people. And so the video is saved for future use on Facebook also. On Periscope, it goes away after 24 hours is what it used to be. I think it may have changed, but I'm not sure. But on Periscope, the cons would be creeps. You can't follow up with your customers as well. So if someone claims something, there's no tagging them. There's no reminding them to pay their stuff unless you just call them out, but they might not watch it. So, and then so it's harder to track comments. You can go back and rewatch it in that 24, you can rewatch it, but you have to watch the entire thing to see the comments pop up as they happen. The cons on Facebook would be the lag, and the audience isn't always tuned into the live sales. Like sometimes the people on Facebook don't like live sales. They want to see your pictures. So on Periscope, when you do a live sale, that's what they're there for because that's what Periscope is. But on Facebook, some people still don't care. So you want to be driving people to both. So your Periscope people, yesterday I had a Facebook sale. So I got on Periscope and was like, hey, check out my Facebook. So anyone that didn't already follow me can then go check out my Facebook and my Facebook grows. And then when I do a Periscope sale, I tried to tell my Facebook people, hey, go check me out. I'm going to be shopping the box tonight. You know, so you're growing your audiences in both places. And it's all around beneficial. Is that it? Is there any questions? Let's see. Oh, I incentivize my live sales. Not everyone has to do that. I do though, because when I started this, I didn't need to do it. I wanted to. I love LuLaRoe. I think this has replaced my hobbies. Like I do this in place of hobbies. So, I mean, it pays the bills, but it does. So shipping is whatever you make it. Just you tell people ask what's your shipping. So you do that. I do free shipping. A lot of people on the team do not do free shipping, and that is totally okay. I don't do free shipping on Facebook sales because that is so much work. But my Periscopes, I incentivize those because I want to do them. I want people to shop with me live because that's how I like to do it. So unless, what did I write? I said, unless I get an assistant or God changes my heart, I will do my live sales because taking pictures is no fun for me. But so if you know an assistant, holler. All right, I'm good. Any questions, Erin? Do you see any?
There haven't been any that popped up, but we do have viewers on here, so
okay.
Good job. Thank you so much. That was really informative, and I took notes, and I'm going to post this link so that people can ask more questions. Okay. And I think you did a great job. Thank you so much. And now everybody can do Periscope sales and be as awesome as you.
They do.
Oh, the Facebook Live sales I've done have been so fun, but kind of because I didn't have the system in place, and so I needed your tips. So thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I loved watching you the other night.
Oh, it was a little bit of crazy train, but it was fun.
Awesome. Could you think of anything I left out, or?
I think you did. I did ask, okay, so you answered the question about the day you set the 100-piece goal. Mm-hmm. What was the other thing? Oh, do you find that doing Facebook Live versus Periscope, do you have more followers right out the gate because it's on your Facebook group? Like you have more people that are just right there like, oh, okay, Kayla's on. We want to see that. Or are your Facebook followers on Facebook because they want to see photos? Do you know what I'm asking?
Yes. Mine are there because they generally want to see photos. I have asked, like I've done polls where, hey, should I do Facebook Live or Periscope? It's half and half.
Okay.
Maybe a little heavy on the Periscope because the live video is so much, the lag is irritating, to some. So I would say on Facebook, the difference, you get a notification in your actual notifications, but if they don't have push notifications set up, the only way they know that I'm live is if they go to their Facebook app or on the computer. Okay. Like on Periscope, it pushes to your phone.
Yeah. And it alerts you.
I do. Yes. Yes. So.
Yeah, we always know when you're on Periscope. And the kids go, is it Kayla Curley?
Aw.
You're a superstar in our house.
So sweet.
Okay. I think that was the only thing I had. And that was good information. So thank you so much, Kayla. Next week we are going to do a webinar on presentation and being really good brand ambassadors, and Angela is going to do that for us. So I think I've got stuff lined up for every week for the next 3 weeks. So it's going to be good. All right, thank you so much, Kayla, and we will post this and watch for questions in the comments on our Facebook group. All right, bye guys.